Hello and welcome to Doctraveller MN. In this episode, we have visited some of the famous touristic places in Sohra, that is Cherrapunji, like Garden of Caves, the tall INohkalikai waterfalls, the less visited Kindrem Falls, and the Arwa Caves. Do stay tuned. As you know, we are in Sohra or Cherrapunji now. Yesterday, we visited a number of waterfalls like Lyngksiar, Prut, Wei Sawdong. They are all along the same route as you can see in the map. You can also visit the double-decker living root bridge. Involves a trek of 3,500 steps. It's a whole day affair. Today is day 2 for us in Sohra, and in the morning half we will be visiting Garden of Caves, Wakaba Falls, Arwa Cave, then come back to Cherrapunji and proceed towards INohkalikai Falls, which again is in a separate direction, and then again come back to Cherrapunji and proceed towards Seven Sisters Falls, Moshmai Cave, and lastly Kindrem Falls. Now Kindrem Falls lies close to Bangladesh border, as you can see. So you need to have a thorough understanding of the map of Sohra in order to plan your trip. Good morning from Sohra, Cherrapunji. Today is 10th of October 2024, morning 7:30 am. So this is the hotel that we are staying. This is the outside view of the hotel. So we are staying in the first room on the ground floor on the left side, and it has a good parking space. This is the outside view of Sohra city from our hotel premises. Overall, it's a well-maintained accommodation, though the construction work is still not complete. But our stay was comfortable. It's breakfast time with bread toast and omelette with morning tea. We are ready to venture out for the day. It's morning 8:15 am. We are proceeding to visit Garden of Caves, our first spot in the morning. The landscape of Sohra is indeed beautiful, and we are simply enjoying our morning drive. So now we take a diversion on the right side to proceed towards Garden of Caves area, and we are passing through a village, and that's a Presbyterian church which you just saw. We have arrived at Garden of Caves. This is the parking area, as you see. Ticket prices are 100 rupees per adult, and this is the way to the Garden of Caves area. Garden of Caves basically a 2.5 hectare land which has 11 unique spots to be visited. The first spot is the King's Cave, where he used to take showers regularly and rest here. So that's the waterfall that you see. Basically, the cave has a natural opening through which the water falls. This is the stream quietly flowing by. Tourist guide have been placed at all spots to help with navigation of the tourists. Besides, there are display boards showing the direction and the spots as well. So this is a waterfall to which we have come. This is the third spot, and see how beautiful the waterfall is, and the crystal clear waters flowing down in a stream. Garden of Caves is absolutely a natural place. the waterfalls, the canopy walk, the caves that you will see later on in this vlog, they are all natural. What the government has done is pave the roads, put in tourist guides and display boards so that tourists find it easier to navigate the spots one after another smoothly. This is a recently discovered cave in 2019, and this cave has stalactites, stalagmites and fossils inside. Stalactites are mineral formation, that is limestone, which hang from the ceiling of caves, and when it is found on the ground it is known as stalagmites. You can also see a small stream flowing through this cave. It was indeed a thrilling experience to visit this cave. Now proceeding towards fifth spot. The whole area is through greenery, forest cover, the pathway is paved and there are displays all around to help you reach the spots. And look at this unique waterfall. This is a root waterfall, that is the water seeps in through the roots and then comes down as a waterfall. Now we are proceeding towards a waterfall, which is the highest waterfall in this complex. So that's the Umlei waterfall. It's the highest in the Garden of Caves area. Stairs and railing have been constructed so that you can go behind the waterfall and experience its waters, which is amazing. Boards displayed at several spots, as you see. Also dustbins placed at several parts of the Garden of Caves area, and that is how the place is spotlessly clean. Look at this beautiful stream flowing amidst all this greenery, and since we had come early morning, there were not much tourists here except us, and we were thoroughly enjoying the beauty of nature, the serenity, the calmness. Washroom facility and drinking water was available here. And now we have come to one of the most beautiful spots of this complex. This waterfall is the widest and most beautiful amid green surroundings here, and the pool that is created, look at the crystal clear waters. Lots of tourists were taking a bath here, refreshing themselves. Here we could find some tourists clicking photographs, making reels and enjoying themselves in this waterfall. We are now proceeding towards the next spot, and it shows a stone with a human fetus carved in it. It's considered a sacred site. Another local tourist guide. Look at the tall green trees and the greenery all around. We were truly enjoying our visit here in the Garden of Caves. Met this gang of young college girls from Nagaland and clicked some photos. Proceeding towards the next spot, and look at this canopy walk. It's truly beautiful. Oh, we meet again.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
Bye bye. So this spot is known as Dawai. Dawai means medicine. So this water has medicinal properties. We are almost at the end of our visit because the last spot, that is the 11th spot, remains, and this is a heart-shaped rock, as you can see. So this is the most famous site here in Garden of Caves, and everybody clicks a photo here. That brings an end to our Garden of Caves tour. We thoroughly enjoyed the visit here. It took us almost 1.5 hours to visit all the 11 spots, and now we are moving on to the next spot of the day. We have arrived at Wakaba Falls. This is the road just beside the parking area. It's 10:45 a.m. now, and look at the valley. It is full of clouds now. So this is the parking space. We have parked our car. You can get your photograph clicked in Khashi traditional attire here. And so that is the gate, and we have climbed down the stairs and proceeding towards the waterfall area. Made full use of the swing here, indeed enjoyable. This is the pathway towards the falls. The initial stairs and the pathway has railings, so you can easily climb down the stairs. But the later part of the pathway has no railings. It's a simple jungle trek. Look at this beautiful Wakaba waterfalls. The viewpoint is such that it gives us a view of the upper part of the falls, falling from great heights below. Look at the thunderous rapture of the waterfall falling from great heights, and the valley below is not seen now. And look at this play of the clouds here. Now that the clouds have cleared, we can see a bit of the bottom view of the falls, which is truly majestic. The waterfall falls from a height of about 170 to 190 meters, and since the start of our Meghalaya tour, we have been to several waterfalls in Meghalaya, and each one is beautiful and unique in its own way. And look at the valley view now. It's full of clouds. On our return journey, we took a separate pathway where we could see another part of the falls flowing down below, and it was equally alluring. Shops selling snacks items available in the parking area. We have arrived at the third spot of the day, that is the Arwa Caves. The drive is through an area with forest cover. Have arrived at the parking space of the Arwa Caves. Timings of the cave are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and ticket charges are 50 rupees per adult, and for children it's 10 rupees. Distance of the cave from the ticket counter is close to 1 kilometer, and you will have to walk through this paved pathway. Look at the locals of Meghalaya cleaning even the dustbins where we throw our garbage. No wonder Meghalaya is so neat and clean. The paved way to the cave is a relatively easy trek. This is a viewpoint area full of clouds now. We have come to the entry point of the cave. This is a one-way entry and exit cave. That means the entry and exit is through the same route. Entry into the cave, there is a flight of stairs, and then you have these stairs which are steeper but with railing. So elderly people find it easier to trek down. So this is the inside of the cave. As you can see, there is a definite pathway through which you can walk through the cave and look at this limestone cave. Most of the parts of the cave are well lit, barring a few places. Look at the rock formations inside the cave. This is a limestone cave. And there is a quiet stream flowing through the cave. The cave has an inner pathway which is quite broad, so a number of people can walk through this cave at a time and you won't feel claustrophobic, because I have issues with enclosed spaces. The stream has now become broader. We now have to walk through the stream to reach the other end of the cave. Look at the stalactites on the ceiling of the cave. So as I have mentioned earlier, stalactites are limestone depositions on the ceiling, and the same limestone deposition on the floor of a cave is known as stalagmite. So this cave is full of stalactites and stalagmites. We have reached the other end of the cave, and if you look carefully, ancient fossils are found embedded in this part of the cave. But it may not be evident in the camera because these portions are quite underlit in the cave. It was a memorable trekking experience inside Arwa Cave. We thoroughly enjoyed our trip here. The exit route and the entry route was the same as I told you earlier. We are now proceeding towards INohkalikai waterfalls. We needed to proceed back towards the Cherrapunji center, from where we would take a different route towards the falls. On the way, we stopped over at Ramakrishna Mission Ashram, Sohra. This center was established in the year 1931. Activities include primary and secondary schools, anthropological museums depicting the local culture of the northeastern areas, a computer training center, technical school which provides training in weaving and tailoring, mobile medical units, and celebration of local religious activities, among others. It was indeed a very good experience to visit this Ramakrishna Mission at Sohra, Cherrapunji, and it's a must visit site. School was closed due to Durga Puja celebration. We have reached the gates to INohkalikai waterfalls. It's 1:45 now. Entry fees 20 rupees per adult charged. The parking area of INohkalikai waterfalls is quite popular and busy. As you can see, there are several local shops selling local art items, food and snacks items. Also local spices like turmeric, darchini, honey, etc. Look at this beautiful waterfall named INohkalikai Waterfalls. This falls is the tallest plunge waterfall in India. Falls from a height of 340 meters or 1115 feet. An emerald green colored pool can be seen at the base of the falls, and look at the play of clouds here. It's indeed mesmerizing. So one minute the valley would be full of clouds and the next moment they will fly away and the valley will be cleared, and look at this beautiful plunging waterfall creating this beautiful colored green pool. The waterfall is indeed an alluring sight, but the legend behind the waterfall is quite tragic. There was a local girl named Likai. Likai was a widow and had a young daughter to look after. So she remarried, but the second husband was quite jealous of his stepdaughter. Out of jealousy, he killed the young girl and then cooked her flesh and served in a meal to Likai after she came back from her work in the evening. When Likai found a severed finger in her meal, she realized her mistake and out of deep grief, she jumped from this very waterfall area, and that is how the waterfalls is known as INohkalikai waterfalls. It was close to 2:30 p.m. We were hungry, decided to have lunch at a local restaurant. Insects dried to make local chutney. I had a veg meal for lunch and my mother opted for Maggie. We bought local umbrellas, honey and turmeric from this shop. We have stopped here for some time and I will show you this tri-junction. So this road upwards leads to INohkalikai waterfalls. We came via this road after visiting Arwa caves, and now we will proceed on this road to visit Seven Sisters and Kindrem Falls. There are several beautiful resorts as you can see in this part of the town.
JSK Homes.
We have come to the parking lot of Moshmai Caves, another limestone caves just like Arwa Caves. We skipped the visit because the pathway through the cave for trekking is quite narrow and it would be difficult for us. So now we are proceeding straight towards Seven Sisters waterfalls, one of the most famous waterfalls in Sohra, Cherrapunji. So this is the viewing point of Seven Sisters waterfalls. The valley was full of clouds. The waterfalls was not visible. So we proceeded straight towards Kindrem Falls, which is almost at Indo-Bangladesh border. The falls was at a distance of 13 kilometers from here. The drive through this part of Sohra was indeed mesmerizing. Look at the kash pool at the border of the road, indeed alluring. We are close to the waterfall side and look at the greenery on both sides of the road. Indeed a splendid view. Look at the majestic waterfall falling from great heights. The top of the falls and the hills all covered with clouds, and this falls falling amidst all this greenery. Indeed, such a splendid view. We have arrived at the beautiful Kindrem Falls. This waterfalls is located just by the side of the road, and this is one of the few waterfalls in Meghalaya where you do not have to trek to reach the waterfalls. You can enjoy this beauty from the roadside itself. The waterfall is a 3-step waterfall, as you can see, and it falls from great heights, 305 meters or 1001 feet. It is the 7th highest waterfall in India. Look at the waters gushing down through this terrain full of boulders and stones. As you can see, there are stairs made with bamboo railings to reach closer to the waterfalls area. There are some shanties selling local snacks items at the waterfall area, and here you can have a closer view of the waterfalls. Such beautiful sight. This is the other side of the waterfall, where you can see that it flows down into a deep valley. People seen enjoying their time here, loitering on the road and looking at the marvelous waterfalls. We too had a lovely time at this site, and now it was time to go back. The setting sun on the horizon looked beautiful. We have reached to visit the last spot of the day. This is known as the Motrop viewpoint. In the distance you can see is the valley of Bangladesh. This is a huge fossilized stone which is believed to be an inverted basket by the local people. Legend says there was an evil giant who lived in this place and troubled the locals. The locals offered him a meal consisting of iron rods and nails. The giant died and this basket was left here, which turned into a fossilized stone, as you can see from here. This is also known as the Motrop viewpoint. To us it felt like a huge shivling with a chandan tika, as you can see. In the distance you can see a river flowing and the plains of Bangladesh. The stone is 200 feet high. Close to this viewpoint area, there is a stream which flows down into the valley below. Less number of tourists visit here. As you can see, there are no tourists except us. We enjoyed our evening time in solitude here. That's all in this episode today. Hope you liked it. Do let me know in the comments. Till then, goodbye and take care.